Hello everybody, it's me again, part 2 of the Justflight 146 Autopilot tutorial. Highly inaccurate, hopefully helpful. So we're just about to go here at Phoenix Sky Harbor. It's got a taxi to the runway, well we're at the holding point. It's got a taxi and line up and off we go. Again, it's going to be messy. I like this kind of flying though, the workload is great, it's very high. Keeps you busy, very stressy. I'm supposed to enjoy it, but it's a bit of stress. So I am gonna depart manually, push the power to takeoff power, which is the thrust rating system is telling me 93.6%. I don't know if that's right because I didn't spend much time on the loading, but it sounds about right. I've set the bugs here, so these are the 4 bugs I'm trying to push the power forward to that value. I didn't set the temperature for the EGT here. It tells you down here, I think it's 840. It just takes too damn long to spin these bugs around. Nobody got time for that. So I'm going to depart manually, pitch 15 degrees up, adjust the power. Yeah, I guess takeoff 92, 91% is good for climb. Then I am gonna turn on try and hold a heading of 080. Then I'm gonna engage the autopilot and then engage sync mode, which is kind of manual autopilot. In the old planes it used to be called CWS, control wheel steering. I think the new planes have it as well. When the autopilot's engaged without any modes, the plane will just basically point where it was when you engage the autopilot. Then you can make manual adjustments. Then I'll manually adjust to 100 degrees, and then at that point I'll probably engage the autopilot as normal and put it in heading mode. And then we've got to figure out how we're going to climb. I like to climb in IAS, so let's spin my bug around here to, let's put it around, well we're flying away from the airport, we don't want to go too fast, so let's say about 220. But I might miss that. It's all going to get busy. So here we go. Enough talking. Try and demonstrate it. I hate this thing up here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, here we go. So let's push the power forward. More stable. Good. Brakes off. That would help. Config. Did I forget the trim? Is my trim out of range? Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, let's have another go. Again, this is about the autopilot. This is not about how to fly this thing. Looks better. There we go. Yeah, I had the trim there. It tends to pitch down on takeoff quite a lot. So I had the trim quite far back. Anyway, 93 something percent, that'll do. 80 knots. Didn't do the bugs, doesn't matter, it's not about that, it's about the autopilot. Yeah, I think the pitch is way out there. The trim, sorry. Now I can trim it. 15 degrees. Try and hold runway heading. Trim a lot to get this nose to stay up. Oh yeah, you gotta pitch more than that. There we go, 15 degrees, that's good. Try and hold her there, we're gonna hit that AI traffic. Descend. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. It shows the TCAS works. Brilliant. Okay, anyway, about the flying. Now I've got to turn to 100 degrees. No, 80 degrees. Cool. So now we're coming up to pretty decent pitch now. I'm going to reduce the power a little bit, 92%. Yeah, we're holding our speed quite nicely there. It flaps up. So I'm just going to get in a good attitude of flight. It's not flying the SID, like I said, just flying manually at the moment. So let's engage the sync now. Autopilot the sync. The autopilot's on, but not fully. So I'm going to the aircraft should just stay right there. I'm going to pitch it up a little bit with trim. Now, let's say we're at 4 miles. We're supposed to now turn to 100 degrees. Spin the heading bug around to remind. Oh, sorry. Zoom that. 100 degrees. So we want to fly there. 100 degrees. Good. Nose high there, aren't we? Again, it's going to be messy, like I said. It's just about how to use the autopilot. I'd concentrate a lot more on my flying if I wasn't talking so much. AP's disconnected. Great. Because of my pitch. 6,000 feet a minute. Didn't like it. Okay, anyway, we're at 100 degrees now. Now let's put in the autopilot as normal. And stick in heading mode. And IIS. Let's see what happens. When I engaged, let's have a look in here. So when I engaged the autopilot, we were at about 190 knots. I know it's a bit low, but it's a small aircraft, we can handle that. But now that's too slow. Now I want to increase that speed. How do I do that? So I'm going to engage again this sync. Now I'm going to trim down and push it down so we can build our speed up a little bit. There we go. Let's say we now need 250 knots. So let's put the bug around to 250. Let's put the camera view a bit better. Just pitch down a little more. Don't forget we're in manual flight here, so we have to manually maintain our heading. So now we're at the speed we want. Let's engage autopilot again, or take out the sync. You can see the autopilot went back in. It's gone back into heading mode and IIS mode, which is about 250 knots, 260. That's all right. Good. So now ATC said, okay, turn right heading 180. Let's spin around to 180. We're in heading mode, so there's the heading, center of the console. 180, good. Plane's turning nicely. And the next step would be, what do we have to do? Fly towards the Buckeye Vor. So we have that tuned like we said earlier. That's here, 116.0. So let's move that to the top so it's active. Yeah, we've picked it up. Let's spin. We're going direct to it, so we can see where it is here on the HSI here. Sorry, on the RMI. On the HSI we can spin the course needle around until, gotta fix my zoom there, the deviation bar in the middle finds the center like there, so we know we need to steer at a heading of about 140, 2 confirmations there to get direct. Yeah, the plane sped up a little bit there. Yeah, I was just about above 250 when I engaged the IIS, but we'll leave it like that for the moment. So you can see one thing I haven't done here which will kill you is altitude select, but I left that on purpose just to get to that in a moment. So let's fly direct. Now let's take care of the altitude first. Say we're going to level at 2,400 feet. I know I had 8,000 set on the first video, but it's been a while since I did the first video. I had to close down my computer. So 240 we want to level off at. We're passing 18,000 now. Let's put in standard barrel. Alt arm, so the autopilot now, you can see alt here is in white, that's armed but not active. It's like alt cell. We'll level off at 240 when we get there. So now we need to fly direct to the Buckeye Vor. So it's a heading of about now 135, 140. So we're in heading mode. And spin around. There we go. Very good. I can use the course deviation bar to get the exact heading. Obviously wind drift is included, but let's get established on a heading to the VOR, which is here. We're still in heading mode, by the way. Autopilot on, heading mode, IIS for the climb. Getting about 1,500 feet a minute. Pretty good. Very good. Let's let it level off. Now say if we had to fly a let's say, a 1500 radial to the VOR, then I'd set 150 in the course here, and you can see now we are going to intercept that in a moment. So we just need to keep on this heading, and at some point we're going to intercept. You can see the deviation bar is on the left, so we're going to approach and join that radial. That'll happen at some point. We'll let the autopilot take care of that, so we'll leave it on this heading for the moment. Actually, let's speed it up a little. Let's turn left a little bit more to 120 degrees, about. And then what we can do, when the deviation bar starts moving over like an ILS, the autopilot will join that radial. So, but we've got to put it in VOR location. VOR localizer. So we've got two modes here. We've actually got heading active, and we've got VOR lock armed. We just keep a little eye on that when that happens. Great. So now, let's say we needed to expedite climb a little bit. Now we're going to level off in a minute. That's not going to help. Now let's watch it level off. We're just at 1,500 feet to go. Again, make sure you've got alt on. This alt here is just current altitude hold. That's all it is. This here is level off at your pre-selected altitude. Very important to get that difference. So where are we here? Hear the chime. Very good. Aircraft, that's 1,000 feet. Aircraft should start leveling off in a moment. Now we've got to be careful on the speed, because there's no auto thrust on this thing here. We're climbing at 90% N1, which is too fast for cruise, especially at 24,000 feet. We're going to overspeed in no time. So we'll just let her level off, and we'll anticipate now. We can let the speed build up to 290 knots, 300 knots. This speed now will start increasing as we level off. You can see now we're 500 feet a minute. This is leveling off now through alt cell and alt arm. You can see now here the alt. Oh, the VOR's picked up as well. You see that? So now we're in VOR mode and alt hold mode. Very good. Here we go. Now this needle will start moving over, and the plane will start turning to the right. And like we said, we've got to keep an eye on our speed. See, it's building up now. We've gone from 260, now we're 280 knots, building up very fast. I'll put the bug up just to remind me, stay around there. Usually, let's start it. Reduce the power here to 85 N1, and then depends on your weight and the altitude. You might still overspeed, but start at 85. Keep an eye on this. All good. Alright, now let's watch this. Aircraft now flying level, autopilot on, alt hold, pre-selected, 24,000 feet. Now we'll start turning to the right, because now we're just a few degrees off the 150 radial into Buckeye. Yeah, you can see, look, the speed's creeping above our bug there. So let's reduce it. Let's go 83, 82%. Keep your eye on that. Excellent. I love this aircraft. Lots of work, hands-on, busy departure. I know that was messy, but I don't claim to be a good pilot. I just fly from A to B. I enjoy it. Every flight I make mistakes. Don't normally learn much, but over the time I do improve slightly. Yeah, we're banking right now to join this 150 radial, sync up the heading bug, and then we'll figure out what the wind's doing after that. You'll see. Oops. Yeah, a bit annoying, the bugs, I must say, but anyway, can't change it. I do find doesn't yet follow a VOR radial so nicely. It tends to snake along left and right. I mean, we're fairly close to the VOR, which can affect the accuracy of or the ability for it to stay on a course, but we're 40 miles away. It's not like we're on top. See, it's overshot by quite a few degrees here, and I find as we as we just go on, it will just keep slightly having to bank 3-4 degrees to the right and left just to stay on course. Maybe it's just me being fussy. Okay, that's enough for this part 2 of the video, and I'll make a short part 3 with how to descend and a little bit vertical speed motor. Anyway, join me again soon. Thank you.